Question number 1, do you have any hidden talents? I don't know if this counts as a hidden talent, but I can crack my knuckles. Like I crack a lot of parts of my body, like my neck, my knuckles, my waist, my back. I mean, not really my waist, but all the way down to my toes. Does that count as a hidden talent? Have you ever seriously considered quitting social media? No, because even before I am considered so-called like TikTok famous, I've always been sharing on social media. When my kids were young, I would share on Facebook, and I just enjoy sharing about things that I think is great, that I feel like people should know about. Like for example, if the food tastes really good or I got a really good value, I'm like, you gotta try this. This is awesome. Like I just enjoy sharing. And I want people to share it with me too. Like I like to discover new things or like new buys or new great value, you know, like a great sale. I love that. So yeah, I don't think I'll ever quit social media. If you could have a dream vacation, where would you go and what would you do? For me, a dream vacation is anywhere with my loved ones, with great weather, so sun, with good food, and also with like a relaxed itinerary. That's kind of like, I just don't like everything like too structured. Of course, I like to go sightseeing, I like to do different things, but I like to just kind of go with the flow and just enjoy and explore the island or explore wherever I'm going. Recently, I went to Hawaii with one of my kids, Zachary, and we had a great time. Just, you know, no itinerary. We're just like, let's go. What do you feel like eating right now? Let's go there, check it out, like a small hole in the wall, let's discover it. That's the best. If you had to eat one meal for the rest of your life, what would you choose? I would eat durian every day, for 3 meals a day. I can do that. I would love to eat durian for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, supper even. It's like a really creamy and delicious fruit. It's one of the most expensive fruits in the world. It's the king of fruits. In Southeast Asia, we call it. It's basically full of thorns and it looks very uninviting, but when you crack it open, it smells heavenly. Some people hate the smell. They say it smells like gas, it smells gross, they would never eat it. But it's polarizing. You either love it or you hate it. And for me, I love it. Joshua loves it. Kayla would eat, you know, like a durian mochi, for example. She doesn't really love the fruit itself. Alex is like, you know, if I eat it, he would eat it because otherwise, if he kisses me, like my mouth will stink of durian. And Zachary hates it. So we have the whole spectrum at home. Like I love durian, and then like Zachary hates durian. Like he smells it, he will hide in his room because it's so strong. If you put the fruit in your fridge, it just like everything else in the fridge will taste like durian. But yeah, that's what I'll eat every day for the rest of my life. What advice would you give your past self is to just don't think that people are thinking of you. Don't think that people are judging you. Just be yourself and be confident. Because I used to always wonder, like, when I go out, what do I do with my hands? Like when I'm walking, like, should I put them in my pockets? Or what do I do? Like, how am I striding right? And you know, are my arms going too wide? Things like that. I would like have tons of thoughts in my mind, and I wouldn't know whether should I smile a little bit? Do I not smile? Do I look too angry if I don't smile? And things like that. Honestly, nobody's gonna care. Just don't be so absorbed. Like, I think a lot of times we think more about ourselves than anybody else in the world. So it's likewise, everybody else is thinking about themselves, not you. So just chill, just be yourself, yeah, you would find people who are like you and who can relate to you and who would like you for who you are. You don't have to change yourself to be liked by anyone. What advice would you have for someone who wants to be a social media creator? I would say just keep trying, just keep doing. And also, most importantly, be passionate about what you choose to talk about. And if you are passionate about that topic, do it. Because the vibes, the energy that you show from talking about it is contagious. If you do not really believe in what you're talking about and you try because it's like a hot topic, you're like, I gotta jump on that bandwagon and talk about that too, but you don't really have a feel for it, you know what? Your audience can detect that too. So just be genuine, be authentic, and just be passionate about whatever you talk about. And it could be like the most niche thing, Like for example, I talk about my kids because I'm passionate about them. I love my family. And so, you know what? People would like what you talk about. If they enjoy what they like, they would follow you for that. It doesn't matter, like you don't have to think like, oh no, my children are not like the classic beauty standard, or you know, maybe this and that. Like, don't overthink it. Just as long as you love it, just do it, and it will show. What are your favorite movies of all time? I can think of a few. Spirited Away is one of my favorite movies. I just rewatched it. The Other Bowling Girl is really good. Memoirs of a Geisha, Catch Me If You Can. These are some of the classic movies I would watch and rewatch again. What is something most people who follow you don't know about you is that I crack my knuckles a lot. Like if you are talking to me and after a few minutes you would hear me like cracking my knuckles, or if you hang out with me after a while you do that, I'm like cracking my neck to relieve the tension. It's just a habit. So what is your biggest pet peeve? You know, I guess you can say it bothers me. Like when I go to the washroom, if the toilet roll is on the inside versus the outside, I would flip it and change it because it should be on the outside. And then the other thing is that if I'm wearing socks and I walk onto like a wet patch, like for example, a piece of ice in the kitchen has melted and I step on it, it just annoys me because now my socks are all wet and gross. Yeah. What is your favorite birthday memory? I don't actually celebrate my birthday a lot because most of the time I'm celebrating to let my kids, you know, wish me, like they want to celebrate. So I get a cake and all that for them because as a kid, when they were young, obviously now they're older, like whatever. But when they were young, it's all about like, oh, it's birthday, let's get a cake and celebrate, etc. But it's never about me. Like my husband and I have stopped giving each other birthday gifts for a long time. If I want anything, I would buy it and I'll just tell him that I want that, and he would be like, go for it. You know, I'll get his blessing, and that's about it. But one of the memories I have that is really, really sweet was when I turned 40. My children had done like a little surprise for me in our balcony deck. And then when we were out with our friends, when we got home, they surprised us. It was decorations and, you know, it was like a cake and etc. So that was really sweet. What would be the one superpower you would choose to have? I would hope I can teleport because my parents are in Singapore. I want to go back anytime I want to see them. I'll do that. And then vacation, etc. Like just, and I'm there. I love that. What is your favorite video that you've ever posted? Quite honestly, I think every video that I post, and I post every day, it's like that becomes my favorite video. Like I'm not kidding you, like every time I take the effort to edit, to like talk about something, that I will rewatch it myself, not for anybody else. And I'll be like, I love this video. And then the next video that I post, okay, now I like that video better. So I think that's, yeah, I just enjoy creating content. That just makes me happy. What is your goal for where you'll be 3 years from today? I hope that I would be able to hit 1 million subscribers on YouTube. That would be crazy. When I first got the play button, which is for 100,000 subscribers, I couldn't believe it because for the longest time, I was posting videos that I had like less than 1,000 views, few hundred views, and I'm like, you know, that's normal. I really didn't expect much. And then a couple of videos blew up, and then more and more people started following and subscribing, and then it just kind of like happened like within a few short months. And I'm ever grateful because as a content creator in Canada, we don't get paid for anything. We only get brand deals, and that's like obviously not like a regular thing. But YouTube, ever since I have been in part of the YouTube program, it's like it gives me, you know, some revenue for me to be able to sustain creating content, which I love, and I hope to be able to do that without having to worry about a real job. And so 3 years from now, I hope that I would be able to just focus on content creation and that people would still love my content. That would be a dream. When did you first go viral? I think it's when I made the first video that really like most people love is with my children. So I've always thought myself as like a family channel more than just me, because the first video that really had a lot of views was when I did a video of Joshua. and it was one of those like story time of his acne issues, and then I did Rodan and Feels. I used it on him, and then we saw the results within 2 months. He was hooked, and then, you know, that video showed the before after, and people were like, wow, you know, what product is that, etc. So that was the first video that blew up, that went viral. If you had to describe yourself in 4 words, what would they be? Loving, resilient, also creative, compassionate. I feel like, I'm very soft-hearted, cry easily, and I'm loving towards my family especially, and anybody, who holds close to my heart. I'm resilient, like I don't take no, I just keep trying my best. And then also, what was the 4th one? I forgot, but anyway, yeah, those 4 words. What's your favorite holiday? I love Christmas. I think Christmas is my favorite, yeah. Like my love language is gift giving and just like receiving gifts. So for me, buying gifts and opening presents and all that is one of like the best thing, and Christmas just like sums it all up. It's also we're religious, and so it's a very special occasion for us to celebrate with loved ones, with family. I'm like very close to the entire family, and so yeah, I love Christmas. Who are your role models? My role model is my mom. My mom is my biggest role model. Like, she's the most hardworking, she's beautiful, she's smart, very, very smart. Like, she has not many years of education, but she is just so well-rounded in everything. Like, she has such a great memory. You tell her like a telephone number or anything like that, she remembers it like that. I wish I have a better sense of numbers. I'm just not like that. I'm not made like her, but she is someone I look up to, and she's super hardworking. She's over 70 and she runs a business, a food business in Singapore, and she loves what she does. So it's never work for her, because for her it's like when you enjoy what you do, you're not tired, and so she wants to work. She enjoys it, and I want to be like her. Thank you.